everyone, it's Jarrett Moore with the Enterprise DNA team. Back again today to do another video. This time I'll be covering measure tables and subfolders. We're going to set up measure tables and then I'll show you how to group measures and subfolders to help you better organize those measure tables that can get pretty crowded if you have a bunch of measures like I do in most of my models. Before we do that, let's head on over to the Enterprise DNA forum. Link to this will be in the description below. If you haven't spent much time on the Enterprise DNA forum, I think this is a great opportunity to not only show you where the site is, but also how to get to, once you get to the Enterprise DNA forum, that you click on latest. And this will take you to the latest questions that have been asked on the forum. As you go through here, I don't think there's much better of a way to learn how to improve yourself with Power BI development, or however you want to improve yourself with in Power BI. The forum is a great place to not only answer questions if you're able to do so, or learn from all the questions that are being asked in the forum. One of the main things that I see answering questions in the Enterprise DNA forum is I do see a lot of PBIX files and data models, and a lot of the measure tables that are contained have lots of measures inside of them, and it's very hard to distinguish or understand which measure is what. So that's how I come up with the idea for today's topic of creating measure tables and subfolders. So without further ado, let's head on over to Power BI Desktop. Inside the Power BI Desktop, we have my data model over here, which basically just consists of a date table and the jobs table, which is my facts tables, and these are a couple measure tables that I have. I have no active or inactive relationships, and then you can see over here all of the measures tables and fact tables that I have. In my fact table, which is called the jobs table here, there are multiple dates involved in here. And what I've done is I've created a bunch of measures based on the dates inside of that fact table. And let's see, if we go over here to the treat as measures tables, we can see that I have a bunch of measures. And you can see that I have a bunch here I have about 4 measures for each date field. This one right here contains 4 measures for the close date. This one has 4 measures for the date invoiced. This one has 4 for the estimate approved. This one has 4 for the receive date. And this one has 4 for the start date. What I'm going to do now, I know it's been around for a while, and I'm sure a lot of you already know how to do this, but what I'm going to do is create another measures table and then organize those into the subfolders. So what we do is we go over here to the main ribbon and we click on enter data. And then I'll type in key measures as the name of this new table. I'll have to work on that spelling a little bit. Get that correct, and then we'll hit the load button here. And as that's loading up here, once it's loaded into the table here, I'll go ahead and move those measures from the treat as measures table over to this key measures table here. And the quickest way to move these measures from this table to our new key measures table is we have this closed measure, this first closed measure highlighted here. If I hold down the shift key and click on the start estimates at the very bottom, that will highlight all of these. Now all I have to do is just hold down my mouse and move them from this table to the key measures table. That'll probably take just a second here to load over to that table. Great. Now that I have those moved over into the job measures table, what I'll do is go back over here to the desktop, and you'll see that we don't have that symbol for the measures table yet. So what I'm going to have to do is go over here into the key measures table and delete column 1 first. Yes, I want to delete. And then once that's deleted, all I need to do is click up here on the top of the fields, this arrow here, and then click the arrow again, and now you'll see that key measures table at the very top of our pane. So now let's dig in and create those subfolders to help organize the measures inside of the key measures table. So what I'm going to do is go back over to the model tab. We'll open up that job measures table, or not job measures table, but the key measure tables. And then what we'll do is I will hold down the control key and click all of the closed estimate date measures. And then over here where it says display folder, this is where I'm going to enter that subfolder name, and we'll just call that one closed date. And then all you have to do is click somewhere else. In this example, I'll just click on the synonyms box, and now it will create that subfolder, and all those measures will be inside of there. So now let's do the same thing for the date invoiced. We'll call this one date invoiced. And then we'll do the estimate approved. And then we just got two more left here. So I'll do the receive date. Click out of there, create this one, and we got one more to do here with the start table. I'll highlight those again so you can see all these steps in process and order again. We'll hit start date, click out of there. Now we have all of our measures organized within subfolders of here, and to better show how this looks in the model, we'll switch back over to the desktop view here, and over here on the right, now you can see these nice subfolders inside of our measure tables, and now we have this very well organized in our model. I know for some of you, you may already know how to do this, but I think this is a great tip for some of you that don't already know how to do this. And that's all for today. That's all for today. Thanks again. And once again, if you haven't subscribed to the Enterprise DNA channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button below, and make sure you hit the like button as well. Thanks, and that's all for today.